Hello everyone, welcome to my vlog. This vlog is about how I started my sheep farm. So I know nothing about sheep breeding or livestock breeding, and I decided to build the sheep farm. I'm working in a digital agency and I realize I probably won't be working there forever, and I need some kind of a business to start on the side for now, just in case when I won't be working at my current job anymore. So that's why I started this farm. Also, we have actually my dad own this plot of land, and it's also one of the reasons why I started this farm, to make use of the land, you know, planting some grass on them as the fodder. Do people call it fodder, or the feed of the farm? So here we go. This is the progress of this sheep barn or pen, or what do you call it? Is it a barn? So there's some wooden frame, and we put plastic slate on top of it, the green ones. We decided to build like a race platform, so that the manure or the dung, what do you call sheep dung? Manure? Is it manure? It will drop below it, and we can collect them later, and then we can use the dung as the fertilizer for the grasses. So I mainly planted some Napier grasses, also some Indigofera as the main feed of the sheep that will come later. So those are the main fibers, I guess. And yeah, this is the progress of the pen or barn or cage. I don't want to call it cage, but we do cage them though. So the width is around 2.5 meters, and the length is around 12 meters, and we separate it into two sections, so 6 meters each, and I think they can fit in around 18 up to 24 sheep per section, so that's not bad. And at the moment we're building this wall so they don't jump out of this platform, and below it there's some openings for them to grab some food. We will put all the fodder in that black, what do you call it, bucket? Is that a bucket? Oh yeah, the slates, they have different colors because they're made with different material. The one on the right, the blue ones, they're I think pure plastic, but the green ones, they are I think recycled plastic, but they do have the same strength, at least when I try stomping at them. There you go. It looks kind of tidy, I guess, comparing to when using a wood, but it does cost more. So for each of those slate, like the size is about 50 by 100 centimeters, and it costs around 99,000 rupiah for each. The blue ones is more expensive. I got it for 140,000 per piece. So yeah, the flooring itself costs a lot. There you go. That's the Napier grass that I planted before we start building the barn. And by the way, I also plant some grapes, which at the moment is not very successful. They crack, like they all cracked, and so yeah, they are infected by fungi before we can harvest them. And these are the drum that we will use to make some silage, and this one is the chopper, multifunction chopper. We can use it to chop the Napier grass. Also, we can use it to make flour. Maybe if you want to make like a corn flour, you can use this. Any kind of flour. It comes with small engines, like I think around 6.5 PS. I don't know what that is in horsepower, but it's 6.5 PS, I think. And the engine's name is Tesla. It doesn't have anything to do with the electric car Tesla, but yeah, they do have Tesla as their brand. If you want to get this product, you can I'll put the number in the video description, the same as the Slat as well. I'll put the number if you want to get it. By the way, I live in Indonesia. Okay, I didn't mention that at the start of the video, I guess, but you do see it in the title that I put. So there you go, the blue chopper and the small engine that comes with it. It costs around 400 Australian dollars. So in rupiah, it's around 4 million. And this is going to be the first time I will be trying this machine to chop some grasses, some Napier grasses. Yeah, just finishing unboxing them, but it hasn't come with fuel, so I need to buy some fuel and put the fuel inside it. It did came with oil though, yeah, so I don't need to put oil into the engine. Just need to put in some fuel. There you go, Tesla ISO 9001 2008. That's the switch, that's the on-off switch. There you go. It's not an electric car, but it's a small gasoline engine with the power of 6.5 PS. There's some tools to like take out the spark plug. Talk about the tools, I don't remember where I put them, but I think I stored them somewhere. Might need them when I need to change the spark plug, so I'm sure I put them somewhere. There you go, electronic ignition CX200 Tesla. So the type is CX200. And this is my first attempt of chopping some Napier grasses, which I fail miserably though. So I switch on the engine, but it's not fast enough. It does not spin fast enough because I didn't increase the throttle, so it spins really slow. So that's the wrong way of using it. So that's my first mistake. It does chop the Napier grass, but it chops in really big chunk, and the sheep won't be eating them if I do that. It needs to be chopped more finely. And also the second mistake, I guess, is the Napier is still fresh, like it's really fresh. There you go, it's still green. There's still lots of water contained in those Napier grass. If you want to make some silage from Napier grass, you need to dry them slowly a little bit to decrease their like water contents. Otherwise it could spoil the silage really easily. But you could do it with a fresh Napier grass, but you need to add some dry matter, like I don't know what the English for cattle. I think it's so when you grind some rice, before it turns into rice, you need to like remove the husk, right? And then you get some rice, but those rice are not entirely clean. There's still some like some kind of skin left on those rice, and those skins, they can be collected, and basically that will be the dry matter that you mix with the chopped up Napier grass, and that will help the Napier grass to absorb the water content, or the water content of the Napier grass, so it does not spoil the silage, which is my other mistakes as well. So these parts of silage, the first parts of silage ever that I tried to make, which failed miserably because, well, as I mentioned before, they're very fresh. I didn't mix in some dry matter, some dry material, so it becomes really wet. And also the plastic that I use to store them is not I think it's not tight, it's not airtight, so some oxygen can still seep in, and in turns it will gives an aerobic environment, and non-beneficial microorganism could live, which in turn spoil the silage. I did also try to vacuum them, but the plastic itself, there's some, I think I punctured a hole in it, so I need to patch them up. Okay, just a little bit more. The other mistake that I made as well is I didn't I didn't compact the grasses enough into the plastic. I should have stepped on them. The plastic is strong enough. I think it was like 120 micron thick. There you go. Almost finished the chopping. As you can see, the chopped up Napier are still really rough, and they don't get chopped chopped up finely enough. I need to increase the RPM of the engine if I want to do that. It's something that I learned as well. There you go, chopped up everything and switch off the engine. And I'll show you how it looks like. There you go. That's very rough chopped up Napier grass. The sheep won't be eating those big chunks of Napier. So that happened because I did not set the engine throttle fast enough to chop them more finely, or maybe I put in the grasses too fast, so they don't get chopped even more finely. And they're still fresh, so there's a lot of water in them. There you go. This is the first batch of failure. And this, there you go, the plastic that I use. The plastic itself, it doesn't have any, it's not a problem, but I think punctured a hole in there, so I need to patch them later. I was sweating like a pig because I never move. I usually work in front of a computer. I don't move a lot, and there you go, sweating everywhere. So this is the other mistakes. I should have stomped on the Napier grass to compact them more, even more. If I just put them in like this, it's not compact enough. The plastic itself can handle it, especially if the grasses are chopped up even more finely. But this is very rough grass. By the way, that's my dad. Helping me loading the Napier. See, I didn't stomp into the grass. Well, I guess I did try to like compact it with my hand, but that's not enough. You need to stomp on it with your whole body weight. So the more compacted it is, the better. As you can see, there's lots of air pocket in there that will store some oxygen, and that will fuel some non-beneficial microorganism, the microorganism that we don't need, that will spoil the silage. Yeah, I should have stomped to compact it in my whole body. Looking back, if I want to make silage, I need to like slowly drying the Napier grass for maybe almost a week. There you go. This is us trying to get rid of the air inside the silage plastic, but we didn't compact it enough in the first place. And also there's a hole that is punctured into those plastic bag, and my dad will try to tie them up. So why didn't I use the drum? It's because I have not harvested enough Napier to fill them up. Only harvest a little portion. Just trying out. Just trying out. This is a really good learning experience, though. That I did. I've already made numbers of mistakes. I got trying really hard to tie them up and becomes airtight, but there's some holes in the plastic, so doesn't really matter how tight I try to tie them up. Those are a lot of sweats, but don't mind that. I never move. I usually work in front of a computer and I don't move much. I think this is the first time not the first time, but one of the times where I do some manual labor. That's why I'm sweating so much. Okay, I think I'm realizing there's a hole in the plastic and the air is quickly getting in. As you can see, it's not compacted in the first place. It needs to be compacted, really compacted. Like you need to stomp on it with your whole body, your whole weight. Use your whole weight to compact them. The chunks are also huge, so there's a lot of air pockets in there. That's me trying to find where the hole is. There you go. It's no longer vacuumed, it's already sucking in some air. So I have not given up. Let's try again, untie it and try to vacuum the silage again. There you go. That's me trying to patch up the hole. One of the hole, I guess. I don't know if there was any more than one. So this is a really valuable learning experience that I'm doing. Patching the hole. Yep, should be fine, right? Now let's try to vacuum them again. See, it shrunk immediately because I didn't compact them compact enough. I didn't compact them enough. I should have stomped it with my whole body weight. I tried to tie them up again. But yeah, the air actually, I think it's kind of tight enough, maybe. But yeah, there's a lot of air pockets in there still. It looks kind of tight. And we decided to call it a day after this. But yeah, I opened the silage spec again and changed the way I tied them on the next day, but it ended up ruining it because I didn't tie them tight enough so air could get in. Yep, we called it a day and stored the silage after that. There you go, our first failed silage, spoiled silage. The next day I'm gonna need to have some snacks because I will do some hard work, manual labor. Those are mochis and some, what do they call? There's some donut and tiwul. Yeah, I think that's what they are. This one is tiwul. They're made from cassava, I think. I like it though, it's really good. The mochi itself is already sticking to the paper, so I cannot separate them and try to eat them. This one is what do they call? When you bite on that, it will explode, and inside it actually there's some brown sugar. So it's kind of a dessert, a sweet. You probably can see the brown sugar sipping out. I don't know, I forgot what this thing called in Indonesian anyway. But I do like it, but don't eat that too much, so there's a lot of sugar and carbohydrate. And this is the donuts with some, I think, strawberry jam inside it, which is also sweet and a lot of carbs, so don't eat that too much. Very tasty though. I mean, all donuts are tasty, right? Let's go back to the barn, and this is the progress. We are installing the barn door. So a neighbor of mine is what do you call people who weld stuff? He's a welder, I think. So he can make all kinds of craft that involve metal and welding. And also the electricity installation as well. We're installing, I think, 2 light bulb. Is it a bulb? Because I think it's an LED. He's making a hole into plan at the door frame. And this is me trying to do more manual labor with orange boots and big long as, what is that? A clipper? A branch clipper? Yeah. Anyway, people don't really use that to cut some napier grass. They use sickle, but I don't know how to use sickle, so I decided to use that. And this is my uncle. He's trying to show me how it's done. Me, I know nothing about any of this, so I'm just clowning myself. There you go. He's showing me how it's done. There you go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very quick job. And me, I'm doing it one, another one. I'm utterly useless in this kind of stuff, but yeah, this is a good learning experience, I guess. So that's, yeah, he's using sickle. He did a quick work on that, trying to teach me how to do it. But yeah, I did learn it eventually though, but at that time I didn't know how to use it, so I just used that big ass scissor clipper. Let's just speed this up and speed up my misery. There you go. And after I cut all those grass, by the way, this is the next day though, I think. This is the next day, I think. So as you can see, the grass is a little bit dry because I left them outside for a night, I think, for one night. And then in the morning I pick all those up and bring it into the barn with the barn door already completed, as you can see. There you go, the napier grass. Now it's time to get rid of the brown stuff, the brown dead stuff. Oh, and this is my dad. He's painting the frames of the pen with red paint. And now I've cleaned all the brown dead leaves from the napier grass, and we'll now try to chop them up again. Still a bit rough, the cuts. Okay, I think I increased the throttle a little bit. By the way, this batch of silage is also spoiled because I did not mix in the dry material. and the Napier grass is still very fresh. They still contain lots and lots of water. So yeah, they're spoiled. It is also a failed batch, but it's a lot more than the previous one because I used the drum to store them. They're too wet and they smell pretty bad. They smell pretty bad, so I think I had 2 drums of them that are failed because I didn't mix in the dry material, the katul, the rice. It's not really the rice, it's the skin of the rice, the inside skin of the rice. It's not the rice husk though, although there's some rice husk in there. I think the seller of the cattle is tricked us with the low quality ones. And there you go. My uncle showed me how it's done. The throttle of the machine was increased, so the Napier grass were chopped up more finely. And these are the result. Not bad, but yes, this is also a failed one. Okay, actually, did we mixed in some dry material, some katul? Did we? I kind of forgot, but I did have, but I did have two drums of failed silates. Is this one of them? Maybe not. This one's already mixed in with some dry material, but they are still fresh though. It's kind of too fresh, too much water in there still. This one is actually on a different day, and this is already mixed in with some dry material, the katul, the rice skin. You go, use your whole body weight to compact them in. But yeah, I'm not very heavy. I think I'm about 55 kilograms, which is paper. I am paper, so it doesn't not compact really well. And here we go, the D-Day. These are the sheeps from the Ferris farm from Kediri. Finally arrived. So these are, I think. No, not I think. These are 10 ewes at the age of around 8 or 9 months. They delivered from Kediri to Klaten. They're from Ferris farm. I can put the numbers in the description if you guys want to contact the farm to get some sheeps. What are the breed of the sheeps? They are crossbred sheep, not really crossbred sheep. Some of them has like Texel genetics in it, and Merino genetics in it, and I think Suffolk genetics in it. But yeah, they're basically crossed. There's not many clear. There's no like recording about them. So at least the seller told me that they are crossbred. Yeah. By the way, the bag that the guy just carried was some fodders, some fermented fodders for the sheeps. All the sheep have been shaved, so as you can see, there's no wool or hair on their body except their leg maybe, but yeah, they've been shaved, and all of them are used. What about the ram? I do already have a ram, but I put it in my uncle's farm. I got it like around a year ago, but yeah, I think we finally moved the ram to my own barn, my own farm, and here we go. The ears are ready to go down. So the way they do it is they tie one of them with some ropes on their neck, and they will like pull one of them outside and the others will start to follow. There you go, go on, and the others will start to follow. Actually, the guy on the right, the uncle on the back, is also like pushing them to go outside. But yeah, this is interesting knowledge, I guess. Turns out sheep follows other sheep. Okay, we'll try to give them some push for them to go outside. Actually, some pulling as well. There you go. There's one follow suit, and the others start to get motivated to follow as well. So 10 use, and it costs around 2,500 US. Sorry, not USD. AUD, Australian dollar, around 26 million. They're kind of small though. None of them weighed more than 30 kilos, but after 1 month spending in the farm, they should be around 30 kilos more. I think I'll be happy if they just reach like 40 kilos or something. I mean, they don't look thin. I think they're number 3 in terms of BCS. At a glance, you don't see like the bones sticking at their hip, so that's a good sign, right? At least they're not thin. So maybe they're BCS number 2 or maybe number 3. Yep, now they are in the barn for the first time. Yay, my first flock of sheep. And this is the fodder that was given by the seller of the sheep. It's a fermented fodder. It's a complete feed, so it already contains fibers and I think some grains and other material as the nutrition. This fodder is very convenient though. You don't need to like find some grass outside. You don't need to ngarit. Ngarit is you need to find some grass for your sheep. So that's very convenient. Especially if it's a rainy day and you cannot feed your sheep with fresh grass, otherwise they could get like bloated. He really likes the fodder, like they could eat it and there will be nothing left. They really like it. Ya, beli aja. There you go. Those are the first flock of sheep that I have. There's some drinking fountain around the near the wall, but soon they'll be torn apart by the sheep. They use it as scratching, a back scratcher. My first flock of sheep. Hello there, number 61. So they are crossbred ewes. They supposedly have better growth than the local Indonesian sheep. You know, the big tail sheep. He really likes the fodder. And this is, I think, the next day or the day after. So the ram has already been moved to the barn. I think I moved the ram into the barn 2 days after the ewes arrive. This is breakfast time, and I fed the complete feed to the sheep. Oh, actually, those are the concentrated feed. Okay, so back then I have not learned how to open a bag like that, so that's the wrong way of opening the bag, because all the fragment of the thing that you cut will drop into the fodder, and the sheep could eat them, which is very dangerous. Don't do that. So I put in a bucket of it. So one bucket is around 2,200 grams of concentrated feed. So this concentrated feed needs to be mixed with fiber, so you cannot just feed this concentrated feed only. It could bloat, it could cause acidosis and bloat the sheep, so it's kind of dangerous if you only feed these to the sheep. You need some roughage, you need some fibers to go with them. There you go. Actually, this is maybe a couple days after the. As you can see, there's some chopped up grass in there, which wasn't there before. So if you see that black-headed sheep, that is the second filial of a Dorper sheep. So that's the ram. Last time it was weighed, it's around 50 kilos, but it was a couple months ago. It's probably already reaching like around 60 now, which is good growth. It is almost 2 years. It will be 2 years in February 2025. So still, I guess, 4 more months before it reached 2 years. It'll be a mature size, and after that it just put in some more and more muscles. So if you see that it looks like there's not much fiber in there, but after this I did put in lots and lots of fiber for them to prevent some acidosis. So I think the concentrated feed is around 20 or 25%. The 75% are the fibers. Don't give too much concentrated feed to your sheep because it could cause acidosis. You know, the fermentations inside the rumen happen too quickly, and they will produce a lot of gas and will bloat the sheep, which in turn it could kill the sheep, which is, yeah. And look at those chunks of Napier grass. Those are too big, the sheep won't be eating them. But yeah, you learn every day. But when you chopped up the Napier grass to become more fine, like more, if you chop them more finely with higher RPM and holding the Napier grass like slowly, it will be chopped up more finely. But in turns, that will also cause the water contents to seep out. That's why you need to dry them slowly before they do that. I think 4 or 5 days is really good. And the longer you dry them, it will contain less water, and you chop them more finely, it will less water will seep out, and you could even make some silage from that because it's not too wet. Now this is me trying to make more batch of silage. Now we are mixing some rice skin into the Napier grass, so it will absorb the water contents of the Napier grass. I think being farmer is good though. So I'm working in a digital agency company at the moment, and I only spend my day like in front of computers. But after I got my sheeps, I start to do more and more manual labor, which is good for me. I get to move around. I get to move around and exercise. Not really exercise, so I don't exercise. I don't move around aimlessly. I don't do workout, but I do work in a farm. So that's some calories being burned, which I'm very happy about, and I'm very happy to do. So this is me mixing in some dry material into the Napier grass to prevent the silage to become too wet. Actually, this is also not really correct because I think I chopped it up the day before, and then I did not immediately pack them into the drum after that. So if you want to make silage, you should age them a bit, like dry them slowly, like for 3 or 4 days, especially if they are really wet, like rainy season. dry them up first. After that, chop them up finely, and then mix in some dry material if needed. And after that, immediately put it into the drum and seal it. So don't chop and then wait a day and then put it in the drum. You put it in the drum immediately after you chop them up. To prevent having too much water, that's why you need to age them a bit before you chop them up, like to decrease the water contents in the napier grass. But if you want to make fresh napier grass silage, you need to add more cattle, more dry material to absorb the water. Otherwise your silage will get spoiled more easily. When it's too wet, there's some microorganism that's really likes them. I forgot what it's called, but when it's too wet, they'll thrive and like they will increase the pH of the silage and causing some more unwanted microorganism to grow, which can spoil the silage. In turns, like it will be smelling really bad. When you create a good silage, it smells kind of sweet, kind of a little bit acidic, but a good kind of acidic. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. You need to smell it themselves. It smells kind of sweet, and it's not an unpleasant smell. But if they are spoiled, the smell is pretty bad. And I've had my experience with them. I think 1, 2, and 3 first batches of my silage were failure, all of them, and they smell pretty bad. I dumped them behind the barn, and it still smells pretty bad even after days. I think after weeks, after 1 week, it still smells pretty bad. And that is the drum. So when you use a drum like this, make sure you check the lip of the drum. There's no hole in there. Usually some drum have some hole in there, so it could let some air to seep in and could spoil the silage. So anyway, I think we are almost reaching the end of the video, guys. This is my first vlog for my farm. So the name of the farm is Sebuah Sheep Farm. What is Sebuah? Basically, it's just Sebuah is a prefix. So if I translated them to English, like literally, it will translate to a sheep farm. So Sebuah is a prefix like a sheep farm. Sebuah Sheep Farm. That's the branding that I decided to go to. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, smash the likes button. If you have anything, any opinion or any experience with raising sheep, please you can put it some comments and tell me what I did wrong. Give me some advice, I guess, because this is the first time I'm raising sheep. Hopefully they will live healthily and happily. I'll try to give them the best feed that I could give them. So thank you very much for watching. Thank you guys. If you guys liked this video, don't forget to like and subscribe to support me and, you know, give more energy to make all this video. So thank you very much for watching again. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye bye.